Morning. Today is Sunday, December 21st. It is the winter solstice, and I can't even pretend like I know a lot about metaphysics and the seasons and how that works. But today I feel called to talk about something, and I've posted a lot in my stories today because I wanted to create a highlight on my Instagram page that kind of covers my work in progress in what not only am I working on, but also kind of what I've been going through a little bit in 2025 and even prior, and how I am navigating a situation where I feel like it's kind of a long story, and I don't really want to get into the story or who the person is or who the people are that I'm talking about per se. I just want to say that, yesterday I posted quite a bit about gratitude and being thankful for supporters and friends and people in my life, and people who've done a lot of great things for me, including my mother. I mean, I woke up today and I was blessed with a financial blessing that I truly appreciate receiving kind of out of nowhere, not just kind of out of nowhere, completely out of nowhere. Didn't ask for it. It just came, and this is 2 weekends in a row that I've had that, and I really, really appreciate it. But what I want to say is that two things can be true, is that people can do really incredibly nice things for you and provide for you, help you, and do a lot of things. But then they can also do things that are not so acceptable. And so today I just want to come on to say that while I appreciate a lot of people in my life and a lot of great things that people have done for me, at the same time, it doesn't take away from the fact that sometimes the behavior that comes with those nice things is also always not appropriate. And so in my stories today, I wanted to talk about emotional immaturity and emotional maturity and what emotional maturity looks like. And I just want to say that just because, there are certain things that are irritants or feelings that bother me, it doesn't make a person all bad or all good. Just because you do great things doesn't make you all good. And just because there are things that I might not feel good about doesn't make you all bad. So there's a couple things that I will post at the end of the video, just kind of screenshots of things I want to share. But also too, if you go to my stories, there's a highlight now called Work in Progress. And that's where I've collected some things that are top of mind and that are part of my introspection on this winter solstice and what I want people to reflect on. And shout out to Solid Truth, who posted something on her Facebook, which was a reshare of a post from a lady named Dr. Shanta, who I'm not familiar with, but she had posted something about Dave Chappelle and talking about love and how you can love a person and also have FU energy about them. And even though I didn't agree entirely with what the post said, and also too, I don't really follow Dave Chappelle, and I know he said some controversial things that may be offensive to people, so I don't want to make this like an endorsement of Dave Chappelle. But what I do appreciate is that he unapologetically will come out and speak his truth. And so anyway, go to Solid's page on Facebook and see the post she posted or reposted from Dr. Shanta about Dave Chappelle and talking about forgiveness and access and proximity and all the things. I just want to say that when I talk about growing up around emotionally immature people, I can just name a couple of examples of situations now that some people have passed that I can bring up because, they're no longer with us. And so I had a cousin who was like an auntie to me, my mother's age. And at some point in time, as I became an adult, she had said some things about me and other family members, like she was joking and teasing, and I didn't like what she said. And this person definitely is not or was not a person that you could easily approach about anything because she would just go off on you. She was that kind of person. And so I remember, I don't remember what year it was, but I wrote an email to her, and it was respectful, but basically saying, please don't say that about me or other family members. I don't like when you do that around me. And basically this family member's response was, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. And basically you have to deal with it. And so how I dealt with it is that I didn't talk to that person or communicate with that person probably for maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't remember how long it was. But, the point is that sometimes when you try to set boundaries with people or you try to give feedback to people and they can't handle it, sometimes you do have to do the Mel Robbins thing and just let them be who they are, and you just move on with your own program. And I remember there's another story I can remember that at one point in time, another cousin of mine said, I had referred to them by what I knew as their childhood nickname. And they told me, hey, don't, it was not in a disrespectful way at all, but it was basically, I don't want to be called that anymore. Can you please call me by my name? And I was like, sure, no problem. And so I was having a conversation with another family member saying that this is what my cousin prefers to be called or not called in the future. And the response from the family member was like, oh, that girl is tripping and blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, why do we have to have this dynamic where we can't do simple things like ask for our needs to be met or ask for what we want? And so anyway, I'm rambling a lot to say that basically look at my stories, because there's a lot about emotional immaturity, and I have put it in a highlight on my my Instagram page. So, stories disappear, but this will be in my work in progress story. And the other thing I want to say is that there's a person that I have also experienced who I feel like when I started to be more vocal about my thoughts, feelings, and opinions that might not necessarily agree with them, I feel like they were starting to punish me in their behavior. Ghosting, not being responsive, just whatever their good behavior they were on in the forefront of our relationship, they started to show their true colors, and I didn't like it. And so I quickly nipped that in the bud and stopped spending time with this person, because I felt like they're playing passive aggressive games and doing the silent treatment and all the things. And what I will say about the silent treatment, which is also in my stories, is that my dad was, and I can talk about him as well because he's also passed away, and I know he wouldn't mind me saying this, but in the adult children of emotionally immature parents, he would be the passive parent for the most part. That's described in that book. And there was one point in time where I did something that did not make my parents happy. And my dad didn't speak to me for a long time. It felt like a long time because I was the apple of my dad's eye. So by my dad not speaking to me and being afraid of being cut off financially and just emotionally and all the things, it was so devastating. So sometimes the silent treatment or that kind of a thing can really hit me in a way that can be difficult and trigger my abandonment complex or triggers. And so that's also in my stories. So anyway, what I would say also too is that the person that I felt was, playing games and stuff, it was like, it didn't really take long for me to see this pattern and go, wait, this is not cool. I'm not interested in being in any kind of relationship with this type of behavior that's confusing. And I'm just reminded of Iyanla telling Oprah, when you see crazy coming, cross the street. And so anyways, I did a story dump, and check out, if you're interested, my work in progress highlights that has the story dump in it. I also want to, in there is a link to a YouTube video, more long form content about emotionally immature people and disentangling from them. And also too, 2026 is for me also going to be about doing better with reciprocal connections and appreciating those who support me rather than chasing down those who don't. And so I also want to give a shout out to Gail. If you know who Gail is, and she also is a very strong supporter of my truth and my vlogs, as well as my ex-sister-in-law, who says, "You're still my sister-in-law." I was married for 20 years, and we're all Facebook friends now, and she also supports my vlogs. So I really, really appreciate that. So shout out to Yolanda. I will add some stuff to the end of this video, just some different stuff, and feel free to screenshot it and learn more. And just know that just because I say these things and talk about emotional immaturity, it doesn't negate my gratitude and my appreciation for everything loving and kind that people have done for me as well. All right. Make it a great day. Happy holidays. And, Instagram only 15 minutes, so I got to wrap it up.